Jesus says I have more feet than you and you can't do nothing about it.
Jesus shit.
That's what I thought.
What testament is that?
The testament is testing my testes on the test of your tug.
Giving your testes the old tug test, is that what you said?
I'd kill a man for 3 fish.
So we used to play Gang Beast, and Connor would do that voice, and it was probably one of the fucking funniest.
God.
Well, fucking Mr. Cuckold.
Oh, Mr. Cuckold. Oh God, that's some memories.
I want to see if I can wait.
Hobo.
I had one bit specifically that Tim died for, which was if I can remember exactly, I might just be able to wing it. Which was just a.
I went to the city and I came back home with my dad. He'd be like, I'm get back in the house. Why I'm going to eat a horse? I'm like, Dad, why are you going to eat a horse? The horse is my friend. And my dad was like, I'm him horse.
You sound like your blood type is tobacco chew.
The bit here is just they're both having a stroke the whole time they talk.
Yeah, but like Connor would say like some of the funniest shit as the fucking
your fucking skull in while I beat you.
He's like, chicken nugget.
My brother was turned into a KFC 3-piece. The fun fact about that is I'm the only actual chicken in the family.
Okay, so speaking of 3 pieces, you know how everyone makes fucking chicken nuggets and chicken strips and everything, chicken nugget this. Why don't they make beef nuggets? Why don't they make like pork nuggets?
I'm pretty sure they do.
That's meatballs.
Yeah, you just gotta.
That's a meatball.
No, but it's not. They don't like bread it and then fry like the same same actual way.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
you can, but
No,
like,
it doesn't
I see
work.
what you're saying.
It doesn't work the same.
But like it could.
No, but it doesn't.
You could, well, like you could serve like little bite size, like you could serve like just meatballs.
I guess the easiest way to put it is that like deep fried beef is disgusting.
Wouldn't it just like fall apart? It is. I went to a restaurant.
It wouldn't keep its consistency.
It'd fuck itself up like real bad.
That doesn't look bad.
That looks kind of unappetizing.
I went to a restaurant one time,
if you think about it,
and I saw they had deep fried steak or a country fried steak. I didn't know what it was, and I was like, that sounds interesting, like a fried steak, like that might be good. I got it, and it fucking horrible. Don't ever fry steak. There's a reason people cook a steak the way they cook a steak nowadays.
Dude, I want to cook a
shit.
steak on a nice open fire.
Dude, I went to like Texas Roadhouse the other day, and I got a big ass steak, and you know what? That shit.
Dude, working for your meal, like cooking it on your own, it just makes it like 50 times better.
Yeah,
that's my Afro pick.
So sorry if this needs to be like pulled out, but Tim, what the fuck is this?
The other day,
Connor, before anybody it is definitely not a sex item. It is for phone screens. So like if I'm putting on a screen protector.
I was trying to think of like a way to use that
bubble.
sexually, and I couldn't think of one. I mean, putting in your ass crack or something.
Say, swipe it like a debit card.
That doesn't really like do much for you though. I mean, like a girl, maybe, I don't know.
I mean, there's a little bit of a handle. You can just kind of like.
He just like.
You can not use your fingers, but like use your fingers.
You just like put it in your like straddle in between your pee hole. And just kind of like move it back and forth.
I want none of that.
Damn, Jesse.
I'm dying over here.
Fucking
it's like
Jesse's croaking.
It's like putting a string on top of a hot dog and like slowly slicing it down like it's a block of clay.
Here's something.
Yeah, ignore that.
We should like move those away from the
glass.
Yeah, the glass.
You made me think of that with hot dog. I hate with maybe every fiber of my being the word glizzy.
Oh my god, people be risking their life.
I hate it so much.
Oh, you mean like this kind of glizzy?
No, like the hot dogs.
What, you don't throw out your glizzies?
No, I don't. No, I hate the, like, I just really hate the word. Like, for half a second it was funny, but then, like, it just got, like, everyone started using it as if it was, like, the normal word. And I really hate it.
Do you know why it's called that?
No.
It's actually because of gun stuff. is because an extended Glock magazine is approximately the same size as like a New York or a Philly hot dog. So
Ain't that wild?
yeah, they're just like, oh, I got the glizzy and I'm eating a glizzy. Got the glizzy.
I don't like people anymore.
Yeah.
I hate everyone now. I've realized that very, very much so recently.
I had to Google that one.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think the first time I had to learn about it was from a meme that was like, Trump can't throat glizzy like Obama can. And someone was like, no, Trump's the throat king! He throats glizzies like nobody else!
No, I am the throat king.
I can throat more glizzies than any man who has ever lived. I will be the king.
Go ahead, ask Pence. Go ahead, ask him. That's why he turned against me. I was sucking someone else's glizzy.
I will murder the queen
got
of
jealous.
France
He got
and become
jealous.
the new queen of France.
That's why I am the man.
That's why I went to Nuke China. I mean, that's what everyone always joked about. But did he ever actually talk about nuking China? I don't talk.
Dude, I don't pay.
Trump said 2016.
Like Biden's president now!
And I hate him almost as much.
I'm gonna tell you.
You got to put a word there. Almost.
Yeah, but he's got 4 years to catch up.
For electing me president, I'm gonna thank you for president. I'm gonna.
I
thank you for president.
So he's definitely
Fuck
just getting like one term, hopefully, right? Like, how old would he be? He'd be like in his 80s, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if
on
he's
this
still
subject,
kicking,
I still love the one speech of just the I used to sit in the water and the kids they swim up and they swipe up my leg hair and they put their hands on my legs and they'd be like, oh Joe, what is blonde hair? And he's Boomhauer. Holy shit,
really
he's
is.
Boomhauer. He's just
fucking
Boomhauer.
Boomhauer.
Just like 100 years old.
Boomhauer
That's
Biden.
fucking great.
Because I was doing that and I've been watching so much King of the Hill recently, which I wanted to mention this on the on Skunk Bunker.
POTUS Boomhauer.
POTUS Boomhauer.
That's fucked.
I wanted to mention this. The other day, on my own, I just ruined my brain cells with gummies.
Yeah. You were telling us. In the group
I
chat.
wrapped like 3 or 4 of them in a fucking fruit roll-up and just downed the whole thing all at once so it would hit me like a cannonball in the head. And I got myself all prepped. I made myself a nice, like, cozy little space on my couch, and I set up the TV to put on King of the Hill. I don't know why I had the urge to watch King of the Hill, but oh my god, is it
It's a funny show.
It is. It's a really good show.
Regularly, I find it okay. Like I could sit there and I'll chuckle and I'll laugh at parts. Holy shit, is it the funniest thing I've ever experienced? Like in that moment.
I miss getting that high.
Oh my god, it's insane looking.
Breaks.
I can. I'm a fucking crackhead.
Same though. Well, like I was supposed to start a tolerance break today. See how that turned out.
Well,
Today
this
on
podcast
Skunk
kind of makes
Bunker.
it difficult for you to do a tolerance break.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
even
no,
like a
because you
week
can.
is
Yeah, I was
good.
gonna say you can do it Thursday
Yeah,
to
but
Thursday.
I haven't really smoked.
Well, even then, like a Thursday to Thursday with like 2 weeks with only smoking once in between is like a good tolerance.
Sometimes,
break too, probably.
like,
we gotta set a Skunk Bunker just to see what the difference is, just to all sober.
We'd all like actually have like a thoughtful, coherent conversation and not just make Biden and Trump impressions in the first 5 minutes.
We'll just call it
If it
bunker.
makes you feel better, I'd still be doing that because I'm sober right now.
You are sober.
I'm tired enough that if I were to smoke, I'd be out.
Yeah.
Like 100%, I'd be out.
You almost throw up.
No,
What was that?
I just like to make noises with my throat sometimes.
Also, if you hear any outer space noise, you can
Yeah,
leave it on.
I just realized.
It's not too intrusive.
I just now realized we never muted it. It hasn't made noise till now.
I heard it a little bit, but I kind of like this kind of noise. And hopefully they won't fucking DMCA us over this.
yeah.
Could you imagine being copyright struck for the fucking background video?
We heard someone hold a piano key for 17 minutes straight.
You ever You ever was a kid and you. Alright, next topic.
Yeah, good one.
You ever shoot an airsoft BB into someone's skull?
Yeah.
No, I've never shot an airsoft gun.
Me and this kid that
No, I
lived
feel
across
like
the
that's
street
why.
from me.
That
I've shot
definitely
kids.
sounded like something falling.
My dreams.
I've shot your airsoft guns. before.
Me and this kid who lived across the street from me, he only lived there for like a year or two, but we went to the same school. He had this super crazy airsoft gun that would you could switch it between single, and full auto, and it was like an MP5K, pretty much, but it was clear. And I was like, oh shit! And he was like, you wanna climb in the tree and take turns shooting each other with it? And I was like,
Dude, those things, sometimes they fucking sting like a motherfucker.
yeah. So we just climbed the tree and we just point at each other and we was like, and like, so we just fall out of the tree.
That's funny as hell.
We didn't have airsoft bullets, but every year we had walnut trees all around the neighborhood, and when the walnuts would fall, we'd pick up a whole bunch of them and we'd pelt each other with them.
Yeah.
But my favorite was one year we're having a lot of fun doing this. But it's fine when the walnuts are fairly fresh, so the outside is pretty soft, so it'll hurt, but it won't really do any damage because it'll just kind of explode on impact. We decided at some point that we wanted to keep playing this after a couple weeks, but by this time all the good walnuts were just gone, so it's just the pits that are basically just rocks. And I guess it was a half an hour no one had hit each other. We had just hit trees throwing them at each other because we're just throwing walnut pits at each other. Then at one point my buddy just nails his little brother in the skull with one, and he's freaking out because he literally just fastballed a rock into a 7-year-old's head. And he's freaking out. He's like, "What's wrong? It's fine. Nothing's wrong." And we're just yeah, we throw walnuts at each other all the time. And then I gave it more than half a second of thought of yeah, I guess this isn't quite the same as what we were doing. And he's still crying on the ground. We're just oh.
You just kind of pick one up and you just squeeze it as hard as you can, and it
just
hurts your
give-
hand.
you're
And
just
you're
oh.
Yeah, that's...
Might have given this kid brain damage. oh, that's right. I'm confident that kid has brain damage because of him as a child. Because they had a barn that they rent out to horses.
They rented it out to horses?
Buck.
Oh,
Kid.
Well, no.
Mr. Hands, his little brother.
They rent out the barn to people with horses. If you own a horse and don't have a
Someone
place
out
to
there
put
just
it,
gagged.
Okay.
yeah, you rent out space to keep your horse
See,
there.
I thought you meant the horse was look, I need a place to
Yeah,
stay
no.
for the night. Here's $50.
They
You
had-
set me up with a continental breakfast in the morning.
They had this bag of blue chemical, just this pure. I guess it's the equivalent of what you'd pour on horse shit to shovel it up easier. But it's this pure blue chemical, and at 4 years old, this kid gets into it and just starts eating it. And they get up there, and he's just covered mouth down in blue chemical, and his dad's "What the fuck did you do? What the fuck?" And I was there, and I didn't know what was happening because
You were there?
yeah, I was there when this happened. I'm
my
with my
God.
buddy, and we're sitting there.
Did they rush him to the
Yeah,
hospital?
they ran up. They took him to the hospital, and they said nothing happened, but this kid wasn't smart. I don't know if he would have been smarter if he hadn't have eaten this chemical, but it definitely didn't help. But I forgot about this. I just so vividly remember, us walking away from the barn, and his dad's, running up there, "You left him alone! What did you do? What?" He's freaking out. I'm "I don't know what's happening right now. I'm maybe 12. I'm not qualified to understand what's going on."
Oh my god.
That story set my stress level at 12.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
It's okay, the kid was an asshole anyway, so fuck him.
You ever hear the story of Drano Baby?
Drano, baby!
Yeah, I think so.
No, I don't think so. Enlighten us. Tell us about Drano Baby.
Apparently,
New
it's
mascot.
it's the new Skunk Bunker mascot. You're gonna love it, especially when I tell you what it is. Apparently, it's a story that medics, like paramedics, tell to other paramedics that are like just joining, and it's like sometimes you can find you get caught whenever people have a horrible discovery that like something horrible just happened, like you're the first person people call. You're gonna deal with some horrible shit. For example,
I could already guess where this is going.
Yeah, one time this woman left her baby alone in her house for 5 minutes while she went outside or something, and she came back and the baby went in the bathroom and drank a bunch of Drano.
Oh fuck!
And if you know what, if you know what Drano is, it
ain't good for you, kids.
It burned a hole in the baby's jaw and in the stomach, and the stomach intestines were just coming out of its stomach.
Oh no!
But the important thing about the story is that as a paramedic, you can't just walk in and be like, "Yeah, I'm not doing anything. That's dead."
That's a deceased baby.
Yeah, you can't just be like, "That's a dead baby." I'm taking it away. You have to
this dead baby, mine now.
Yeah, you have to take vital signs and whatnot. And apparently, if the Drano's baby story is true, he was like, I
had to check the balls. This baby,
he's
dead. Done with it. It's finished. Make a new one.
Do it like a defib type of shit.
I don't
too.
know.
I don't think you can defib a baby.
I think you did chest compressions.
Yeah, I think you had to do
with your fingers, with your thumbs.
They could have fucking little fucking ones for all I know.
But yeah,
depending on how old the child is and how big.
No, put that shit on
that
a
baby
3-month-old.
Fucking
handle it.
Just bottle feed
I
it
hope you can
Drano.
hear that over them talking.
I know, I was just thinking that. Oh man. So, you guys ever see any dead babies?
No, you know what? There was one time. Hold on.
Yo.
I was
I was not expecting that reaction.
No. So I was
fucking Zodiac killer over here.
Get the point.
Fucking get
I was coming to visit my dad for the summer.
Baby, I'm excited.
So it was we had stopped at the gas station. No. And we passed by the wreckage of a car accident, and you see just an upside down car, and halfway down the street a car seat.
Connor's laughing so hard. Oh man!
Did you check it?
No, it was just on the side of the road as we were passing, and I just remember seeing the empty car seat and being like, "Oh,
that's fucked."
I don't like what that means.
Would you pull over and take the baby on board sticker off the back of the car?
Oh fuck!
See, he sounded like a burst fire gun and Overwatch.
I was supposed to be put a picture of a gun up. When he does that, lighten up.
Editor,
Oh fuck!
Oh my god!
I will say one time, I didn't see a dead baby, but much akin. I saw what happened? Something weird happened the day before. Something weird happened. I forget, but it was a super weird sign. Something weird. I don't know. Something weird happened, and then the next day I was like, huh, that was weird.
Like a weird sign.
Yeah, something just weird, peculiar, just out of the ordinary. Something
today feels off.
Something related to car accidents. Something weird happened with a car accident. And
you were I think there might be a car accident.
Yeah, I was just that's fucking weird. I'm gonna wear my, make sure I always wear my seatbelt. Blah blah blah. And the next day before I had my car, me and my sister work at the same place, and my sister used to pick me up and take me to work sometimes. And on our way to work, there was a fucking person, there was cars head-on collided, and I saw someone on a breathing machine, on a stretcher being loaded into an ambulance. And I was just holy
fuck? It's 9 in the morning.
It's 9 a.m. It's too early for this. I didn't sleep enough for this.
Me and my sister like smoking a bowl in the car. Like,
what
the fuck?
When I was little, I had to be like 12 or 13. I was in my room watching WWE, and my room was like right by like.
I was live streaming Chris Benoit.
Oh.
He was showing his new Bowflex commercial.
So I'm like right next to the window, and I see like flashes of lights.
I was thinking of
and
the
I
duty
hear
film.
a knock on the door, and I'm like, Mom. And she's like, and the police are literally like, yeah, there's a car accident up the road. Guy's dead. Like all, the calmest shit. Like he's like, yeah, he passed away. We're just letting you know. And my mom's like, okay. Like, I mean, like, not to be rude, but it's like none of our business.
She's like,
it's like fucking like 11 at night.
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Telling me people have died near me.
I was sleeping.
You right?
Like I was literally.
I
back
was
to
in
bed.
such a deep sleep.
Like,
You
like,
confused
Raw
me
was-
with the
like,
other guy.
Monday Night Raw was over. Like I was about to go to bed.
Yeah, that's like what is that,
Because it was like
11?
9
That's
to
like
11
Yeah, it's like
at the
11
time.
o'clock at night. And you said you were thinking about the guy. Were you about to say you were thinking about the guy who just like fell from the rafters?
Yeah.
That Owen Hart, not
Yeah.
Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit
Yeah, I'm
is the one
surprised
who
you knew
murdered
about
his
Chris
wife and
Benoit.
Hung
son.
himself with a
Himself with a
bowflex.
bowflex.
Which like fucking.
It's not funny.
It's
but
all
like,
about the gains, bro.
It's insane to me that's the part that like sticks out so prominently in my mind whenever I think about that.
Yeah, I mean, like it's
Is that
pretty
he
hard to
hung-
ignore.
Hung himself with the Bowflex.
You know, like I guess like every weightlifter has like an instant death machine in their house if you ever want to kill yourself. Just get like
Dude, I'm not a
I mean,
weightlifter. I
everybody
could find
just
like 8
has-
things in my house
Yeah.
that would just
Yeah.
kill me.
Literally,
yeah.
Give me like
you could
5 minutes, I can
it's-
kill myself easily.
Yeah, like I'm literally looking at like 4 different ways to kill myself.
I mean,
That's why I call bullshit on like so many suicidal people on TV. Like, he's having
Connor
so much
literally
trouble.
has.
I'm
a fucking-
holding a tomahawk right now.
in his hand, dude.
Motherfuckers on TV can't even figure out how to hang themselves, dude. I'll just like fucking toss it in the air and headbutt it as it comes down. I'm done after that.
People will braid 3 layers of toilet paper into a noose and then hang themselves. It's like, bro.
You ever see
wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
You ever see the robot
You say
chicken?
braid toilet paper.
Yeah,
no
get
news.
like you fucking braid toilet paper together, make it not super strong, but
But
strong enough
to hold.
strong
I
enough
mean,
to
that's
hold your
pretty fucking
compulsing body.
strong.
You ever see?
Yeah.
You ever see the Robot Chicken sketch where it's Shrek after Fiona turns into an ogre, and she's like, "We can be together now. I look just like you." And Shrek's like, "Fiona, I live my life in a swamp. I walk into like populated areas and people will scream, 'Monster, idiots, kill yourself!' And I'll realize those voices are coming from me." And then I'll take myself to the old hanging tree, find myself a nice vine, and pray to God that it holds. But it never does. It always breaks. Why would I want to live with someone who looks just like me? Cuts to her just eating the fucking buffet. She's like, "This is good." Turns around, he's trying to hang himself, and it breaks. But I just love the line, "I take myself to the old hanging tree, and I pray it holds."
Dude, could you imagine your fucking nice ass looking wife turns to a fucking ogre and it's like, oh God, I thought I would have to wait at least fucking 50 years. At least. Not literally fucking 45 minutes after I know you, love.
You fucking. No, I'm not gonna go there.
Do you think that counts as catfishing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I mean,
I'd be like, kinda. Never
That's
mind.
not a Robot Chicken sketch, actually. Back on the subject of car accidents, and still with jokes that I didn't come up with. There's a comedian named Daniel Sloss, who
yes.
yeah, I love this. When he was younger, he had a little sister who she was like had a lot wrong with her. Like, she was in a wheelchair, she was mentally handicapped, she was physically handicapped. And one day they're in a car and they get into a car accident and the car just starts rolling down the road, flips and rolls. And he phrases it as, when she's in the car accident, she's essentially she just goes through this like Rolodex in her head of what this feeling is like for a reaction. And the only thing she could think of was a roller coaster. So they're rolling in a car several times over. And she's just back there going, yay! And he's like, I'm crying. I'm terrified because I know what's happening. She's loving it. She's like, I want to go again to Disney World. Best part is, people saw this happen. Like, people behind them saw them. The other people who saw this happen stop their car, get out of the car, and they come running. Now, his parents apparently pull her out, and he's like, I can't phrase this any better than essentially they need to pick her up because they couldn't get her wheelchair out. So they pick her up, and she's physically like a pile of wet towels. Like, that's just how she is. And they ran over, and like, they didn't know that's how she was before. So they just run over, and they're like, is everyone... And his parents were like, they had to set my crippled sister on the ground on the side of the road because they were laughing too hard that these people were freaking out thinking that she was dying and they couldn't breathe long enough to tell her, like, no, this was already how it was.
And then they open the trunk and pull out the wheelchair and they're like, wait, what?
Oh god.
Damn.
That is pretty
Could
solid.
you imagine if the wheelchair got
awesome.
like fucked up,
So
you had to just fucking carry her?
I love she's like a pile of towels.
Do wheelchairs come with like spares or like fucking
Like, what do you mean?
pumps? Like,
Well, they don't have.
Yeah, they don't have like tires.
The tires don't have air.
Yeah, wheels.
Yeah.
No,
They just have
alright.
basic wheels with
Like
rubber
rubber
attached
on
to the
them,
bottom.
Alright, well, I'm an asshole.
Let me get a bicycle pump for me fucking wheelchair.
How about like electric ones?
What a
like,
fucking-
like
what a
where they-
shit scenario.
My wheelchair's all
I'm
terrain,
just
baby.
thinking of a wheelchair.
What a shit scenario where some
No
crippled guy
excuse, I'm
gets
an
like
idiot.
a flat in his wheelchair and has to sit there because he can't fix it himself.
I mean, like, what if it like breaks or something? It's like,
Then-
is that like easily,
Then that
like,
sucks for you. You ain't going nowhere. Same thing as if I put a stick in the spokes. There's nothing really you can do about it
Dude,
if you
I'm
can't
a
get the stick
fucking-
out.
I can't believe I'm cutting that out.
What?
What I said. I'm a fucking idiot.
Editor, leave that in. You know what? Play it again a second time directly afterwards.
Editor, play Eye of the Tiger.
Don't do that. We'll get demonetized.
Yeah, we're not making money anyways.
Fair.
I realized that the other day. I was like, wait,
Yeah, we're worried about this, and we have
Yeah, it's like-
no way of making
yeah, it's
money
like,
in any shape.
no one watch. Like, we could get demonetized. We're not signed up for AdSense.
I could say the N word as much as possible.
Okay.
No one's listening.
Let's not.
What, you don't want to just scream the N word into the microphone, Jesse?
I don't like this bit.
All right. New conversation. What's
You ever, when you were a kid, was there something that your parents told you weren't allowed to do, and you just didn't have a reason for it? Like I have a specific example.
Wait,
for
go ahead
this.
and give your example.
So when I was a kid, in the upstairs, we kept the attic was like all this storage, but there were several rooms up there, and there were like old toys that I didn't touch and like all sorts of stuff upstairs. To me, my parents were just like, "Don't go up there. Like you're not allowed up there." I was like, I never questioned it. I was just like, okay, not allowed up there. I shouldn't go up there. It's dangerous. This is a Tim and me as children story because I remember so vividly. Tim came over once and was like, well, let's go up and see what's up there. And I'm like, well, no. We can't go up there. And you were like, why? And I did not have the reason. I 100% had no reason to
Dude,
be
that was
like...
totally me. That I would always be like, well, why?
I had no reason to stop us from going up there, but I knew we weren't supposed to go up there, and in my mind, the reason of because my parents said so wasn't good enough. So the first thing that came out of my mouth, and I remember this vividly, was, the floor's not stable. We might fall through and get hurt. And I knew that was a blatant fucking lie.
Yeah,
Tim knew that was a blatant fucking lie because Tim was just like, "We'll be fine. Let's go up." Fuck. Alright. I had nothing. We went up there. We looked
had
around.
a good time.
No, we didn't.
No, you had your toys up there.
I had nothing of value up there.
You
went
had
up
that little room that you're.
Yeah, I had old toys in there, but anything that we did use was downstairs already. We walked up, we walked through, and you were like,
most of your brother's toys, right?
Yeah, they were like old shitty ones that I
they're
didn't
pretty
use.
cool.
You just kind of looked.
Pretty fucking cool.
It was like, I had a good fucking time. I don't know
Why
about
the
you.
fuck
Pointless
you hate your
to
brother
me.
so much?
So do you know about? So you know the upstairs in my house, like my room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
Do you know the attic upstairs?
Yeah.
The pull down.
Yeah.
Like the 30 days a night fucking pull down ladder. I'm gonna plug in my battery before I tell this. All right, so I have this attic you pull down, and we don't have anything up there. I don't think. It's been a while since I went up there, but whenever this story took place, it was like whenever we first moved in there, kind of. And I was like, it was probably like a year or two after we moved in. I was like, I wonder what's up there because I just like never went up there. I'm curious about my own fucking house. So I pull it down and I go up there, and it's just like a bunch of like the pink fiberglass insulation.
Wasn't there a box in there?
No, there was a bunch of pink fiberglass insulation, like
Owens
fucking
Corning
lots
fiberglass
of it.
insulation.
I don't know. But there's one piece of paper within arm's reach. You kind of have to like stretch to get it, and it was like turned around, and I was like, huh. And I went and I this is gonna sound like I made it up or some shit. I picked it up and I looked at it, and it was like a drawing I made in like 7th grade, or not 4th grade.
It was pretty fucking creepy.
It was very spooky.
I don't
Like, what did you do with it? Were you just like...
Actually, I don't know. I think I just left it there.
You're like, okay, fuck
Is
that.
it still there?
I'm gonna check when I go home.
I don't think your parents are this. I think they're too lazy to do this. But so much so, this sounds like shit I would do to fuck with my kids. Like, if I had kids and I had this house to myself, I would just put, like, a small doll, like, upstairs in an empty room by itself and just leave it there and do nothing with it. Or, like, if I know it's something that they're not... Why are you... Every time you do something like this...
Jesse fucking hands me a thing of, like... He hands me a deck box for, like, magic cards, and I thought there was cards in there that he wanted me to look at, and it's just 2 fucking batteries in it. And I was just like, alright.
Every week there's something that I look over and you two are silently doing, like, a visual gag to each other.
Did you listen? Sorry.
What?
Did you listen to the last episode that just
Yeah.
where he was like, what are you guys doing? They're like, oh, we're just shaking our hands. And
Yeah, like, that's what I mean. Every week there's one of these things and it doesn't translate to this. It does nothing for this. There's just, like, a moment of silence because you're, like, looking at me doing something and I'm like, what the fuck's happening right now?
Just comment on it. It's just, like, something
It's distracting.
I just love how
We
blatant
tried
it
to be
was.
discreet,
It was
so
like, what are you doing? I was just shaking my hands and making noises.
I'm just being, you know.
I think it's, like, one of the first ones.
Thanks for the honesty.
Just.
It's like one of the first couple episodes where, like, I'm talking, like, during the thing, and I look to talk directly to someone, and it's either Jesse or Tim who's just, like, looking at the other one, like, whispering and looking back at me, like, real quick. I'm just like, what the fuck's happening right now? It's frustrating. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, but with Hunter's attic, we used to just, like, hear a bunch of shit, see a bunch of shit up there.
We've talked about it before.
Yeah. But I remember my story was, I swear, when we went up there, and like you said, it was like a bunch of, you know, fiberglass. And I swear there was just a solo box just sitting in the fucking attic. And we were just like, okay, that's pretty fucking weird. And we just instantly just went back down the ladder and closed it and just never talked about it. But the light was on. The light was on in it.
What would you do if I get a house, and I show you all around the house. And it's just one day you're sleeping over, and you go and you open a door, and the door is just an empty room with a chair and a squid sitting on it. What would you do?
Is the squid alive?
Is it like a real squid?
No, it's like a stuffed squid.
Oh, that makes my answer a lot less fun.
Hunter's like, enjoy me some calamari.
What? Yeah, I was gonna say, what was your live squid answer?
I was gonna say sprint to it as fast as I can, pick it up like it's a cat by the back of the neck, and do a 360 as fast as I can. Fucking chuck it at the wall so it explodes into goop.
No, but I like the idea of the Hunter start running at it as fast as you can, but just smacking it to hear the impact. Just fucking bolt
just
it.
overhand.
Just get a running start, open hand smack.
You know where like you can go to like a lot and like you can pretty much like you pay to like bust a car however you want.
Oh yeah.
I want to do. Yeah, I want to do one of those so bad.
Yeah, I want to do a rage room like that.
All right, I'll definitely do that.
They had a thing at one of our school.
It wasn't a bus.
Well,
It was like a bus.
The one day was a truck. The one I went to.
Destroy!
Destroy! Oh my god!
Yeah, they charged like $3. They charged a couple bucks. So you can hit it with a hammer a couple times.
Yeah.
And I remember I did that, and I realized immediately how unsafe and what a bad idea this was because I swung the hammer and missed the truck and almost smashed my foot to pieces. Because I just whiffed
Wasn't
it and
it for
hit
like
the
a
ground.
fundraiser?
Yeah, it was like
I remember
like
that.
prom or something.
They took an old school bus and they were like, take a bat to it for a couple dollars.
I went with my now ex, and it was awful. It was an awful experience.
I remember wanting to go because I was like, I want to throw a hammer through a window.
I didn't think they hit the window.
I've been having the urge really hard lately to buy like a $700 car.
I'm just like smashing it.
Not even maybe eventually, or just
just want another car.
Just to drive around.
Just kind of
like a beater.
Yeah, just kind of fucking floor it and just fucking treat her like shit and just like roll down the window and jump through the window whenever it's down, like Dukes of Hazzard. You know, it's like they put cigarettes out on the seat.
Every morning, I pour a cup of orange juice into the passenger side until it full up like a...
Yeah. And you get a big bendy straw.
I don't know why.
Literally cut a hole, cut a hole in the seat, and pour like milk down it, and fucking like let it marinate.
I don't know why, but since you said that, I had the urge to fix up my old car at the Lumina and just drive it out into the desert and blow it up.
Let's do it. Or just make explosive out of ammonia.
It's still out here?
Yeah, it's still sitting.
Is it still in the parking lot, or did someone get towed?
Nope, still sitting.
I think
It was fucking covered in like it looked like all of the snow from the parking lot was just pushed like onto and around my car. I was like,
It probably was. They were probably like, bury that thing. We're sick of looking at it.
Honestly.
Again, I forgot this made sound.
I'm gonna kill myself. Caleb, I love you.
Oh my god.
There's this girl that works at my work, and she's a cook. And so she cooks burgers and like meat and shit, but she's a vegan, which is kind of weird. But you know, whatever. And I don't want to give her name away, but my one manager who has a really funny name.
Is it Lucille?
No, I'll blank. It's her name's. That's her birth name. She
Parents suck.
Oh, is this the one you wanted the feet?
No, that's a different coworker.
Okay.
No, that's a different coworker.
Still love that line, by the way. Just fucking... Buddy was talking about how good feet are, and I was just sitting there staring at her feet while he was thinking, yeah, I think I get it.
Well, yeah. Well, the funny thing about it is, like, I'm not even, like, that into feet, but, like, all of the girls I've been with, like, eventually, they're I bring it up as a joke, and I'm just like, I'm not into it, but like, I will probably at some point have your feet in my mouth. And that's just that. And they're just like, okay. And like, they're just cool with it.
She said, right now, kicks you in the mouth.
Well,
I was
and then
gonna say it's not like
That's pretty weird though to think about.
I don't think
like,
putting their
people-
feet in my mouth is like a deal breaker.
the one
I
funny
guess
story
not.
I have though
I've
is
never done it. I'm not that.
But like most of the girls that I know, like are just like, okay,
It is pretty
it's fucking nasty.
degenerate. Well, I was trying to fuck this one girl in my car, and my dick wasn't getting hard, and I was like, fucking, and she was like, nah, you're fine, like, it happens, whatever. She's like trying to give me the bro talk, and then I'm just like, yeah, I'm just sitting there like, yeah, whatever. And then just slapping my meat around, helicoptering it around.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, trying to finger my ass, get any
My
sort of
dick
feeling.
ain't working.
Just slapping it off your
Yeah.
thighs.
That
Just
can't work. And
Yeah. And then I don't know where she just like puts her feet on my dick in like the back seat of my car, and instantly my dick gets rock hard, like 0 to 60 in 0.5.
You're just like, oh, fucking cheat codes up in this bitch.
And I just looked at her and I was like, I'm sorry.
you're like, I have no words for myself.
It's like literally not even that much fired in my head.
You were like, I'll see myself out. This has been.
Oh no, I saw myself in.
Hey, here's the question: Is
Fucked her.
if you're with someone and they're like, "Hey, I want you to pee on me,"
Yeah.
that's. I'm not gonna say it's bad that you're okay with it.
I mean,
Well, me
gonna-
peeing on them or them peeing on me?
What do you think?
Either. As long as it's not on my face and you're hot.
You get a funnel and you put it in your mouth. And you just
I,
tell them
You
to
mean like
aim
a
for
snorkel?
it. Yeah, no, you just tell them to aim for it. Like,
no.
Aim for the
Aim
the
for it.
snorkel.
Like just I'm gonna build you a platform.
I'm asking
Aim for it.
if them asking you to pee on them is a deal breaker.
Fuck no.
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say you don't need to answer, Hunter. You gave your answer before the question was finished. You're good.
All right, I'll lean back.
Tim,
well,
if you're with someone and they're like, "Hey, can you pee on me?"
Or like give me a little bit of water.
obviously not on the bed.
yeah, like I'm like the bed. No,
Throw down some kitty litter, love.
get in the shower or something. And fucking go outside.
So you
Go
good?
outside. Sounds like the dog you are.
How bad you want it?
You fucking dress up like a fire hydrant.
We'll go to the front lawn. People will see me put
So you want me to piss on you? I'm gonna hose you down afterwards.
We got dude next to the road.
The pressure washer.
Alright.
I'll already have the police because they're
What about number
fucking,
two?
They're just
No.
No.
And I will
Not
have
even
my
doing that.
limits.
You're not willing
What?
to drop a brown egg on the woman?
no,
No.
If a girl wants me to
no.
No, because that's.
Especially
know.
this guy.
I
right
mean,
now.
Oh yeah, dude.
This
No.
dude.
Oh, could you imagine?
takes it out.
Takes an hour. Just, hold on, there's one. Ah!
You're just sitting there on your phone. She's like, "Are you done yet?" And she's
Taco
like,
Bell
"No."
and shit. You're like,
Just spraying, dude. 90% of my shits are
Like,
liquid.
she'll be like, "Did you eat your Taco Bell?" And you're gonna be like, "Yes, babe."
You look over at the Taco Bell. You look over the Taco Bell bag on the dresser, and you're like, "Yes." And then she goes over and picks it up and like shakes it. And there's still sound. She's like, "Jesse,
You need to finish your Taco Bell.
you know I like the spice. You know I like it long."
He's got to spray just right.
You know I like
Blast it
long.
out real quick and then you're done.
I'd probably shit on a girl if I got to know her and like she bought me dinner or something.
If she bought me dinner,
Yeah.
I'd shit on her.
And by dinner, you can just be like It needs to be like a fucking 4 for 4 or something. Like a 4 for 4.
It doesn't have to be expensive.
You know what? I'll just pay for it.
Buy me a Wendy's 4 for 4. Maybe then I'll shit on you.
Hold on, what makes it
Maybe I'll
hysterical?
shit on you.
What makes this hysterical to me is watching Hunter like look longingly into the distance while he decides what he has to eat to get himself to shit on
Buy me a
himself.
Wendy's 4 for 4.
I forgot what we were talking about. And I just like
Maybe if she buys me dinner.
I was just like manic for like 5 minutes, and I just like am now realizing what I said.
Oh my god.
Shit.
my
That's funny. That's
Buy me a 4 for 4.
I thought that question was just gonna be like uncomfortable. That was golden.
Connor, what are the odds that you message Misty? Buy me a 4 for Wendy's 4 for 4. Maybe I'll shit on
I'm
you.
not doing that. She's like high as all hell right now.
I think
She has full control of the fruit snacks. Also, she's asleep, so she's gonna wake up to that.
Imagine you wake up and the person you love most has messaged you. Buy me a Wendy's 4 for 4. Maybe I'll shit on you.
Maybe I should.
Maybe.
I haven't laughed at her since Cyberpunk.
You'll be rewarded.
That's fucked up. I like what Connor said. Me longingly staring in the distance, deciding what I want to eat. Alright.
I truly did. I was just staring at the ceiling,
God.
looking off. Just she'd have to buy me dinner.
What do I want? No, I want Taco Bell. Long John? Nah.
Oh, that'd be some.
Give me the fish and minge. Fish and chips minge.
Fish and chips mean, yeah.
Alright, now to the weather.
Oh my god.
Pretty shit. Yeah, the weather do be shit. We live in Pennsylvania though,
I'm
so.
sick of this weather. I'm sick of the snow so
I want it
fucking
to be
bad.
warm.
What are you doing?
I'm stepping to the top of this.
Connor's fucking.
Now you gotta spray the cats.
I did this once for some reason. And I can't remember why.
To spray into your mouth?
Did you guys ever see the
For something.
The gym?
you guys ever see the video where it was like life hacks?
Oh no.
It was like life hacks. And this dude fills up a Ziploc bag full of water and he stabs a pencil through both sides. And it doesn't leak. And he's like, well, there you go.
But there you go. What did that do?
That's the life hack. Yeah. Fill the bag up with water. Stab it.
No.
Life hacked.
It might have been like a bar bet or something, but I'm pretty sure it was like a life hack. Where it was like top 10 life hacks to make your life easier. And this dude was like, step 1, Ziploc. Step 2, water. Step 3, pencil.
There you go.
Next life hack.
No, I have seen one
Next
that I
life
like
hack.
that. Where it's like a compilation of like 6 or 7 life hacks, and one of them like they don't tell you what the fuck it's for, so it's just like cut the flip flop in half, glue it to the bottom of a flower pot. There you go, and it like just moves on to the next thing. And you're like, what the fuck?
Like, there you go. You hang it on the wall, and it's like I don't know what the fuck to
I
do
don't know
that
what
with.
this was supposed to do. I've even seen ones that's like, here's how you, like, I think it was like something with cooking. It was like, here's how to make sure your muffins never stick to the inside of a muffin pan. And they just moved on to something else. And I was like, well, what the fuck? That glue sticks shouldn't be involved in this. And it was like halfway through the second hack that I was like, oh, this is a different thing altogether.
Step 1, apply the glue to the pan. Step 2, kill your parents.
So, have you guys
I
ever
remember.
had like your coworker complain to you about like you walking on their floor, even though like say if like they're mopping and you like walked on their floor?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, well, why the fuck are you mopping when you know I have to like be in this area?
I've done that. Kai's done that to me like 3 times.
My work just doesn't give a
She
shit.
just starts mopping or sweeping like middle of the day, and I'm like, why the fuck are you doing this now? I'm clearly gonna come make a pizza. What are you doing?
Sweeping is one thing, but don't mop in the middle of the fucking day. I'm working here.
Yeah, like I'll be getting like the trash out and she'll be mopping. She's like, "Why are you walking on my floor?" And she's literally like right behind me, mopping like behind me, and like sometimes I have to backtrack to grab something, and it's like you know damn well I gotta like fucking. I'm gonna be going back to get like more bags and shit. Why the fuck are you mopping now? Why can't you just wait until I'm done?
I remember
What the fuck?
I remember my first job. I was a dishwasher for a little local restaurant. All the time I'd wear these like shitty, gross fucking sneakers that were like just hand-me-down sneakers because they were comfortable and broken in already. But they were covered in grime because of like the fucking grease on the floor from just the air in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And every night they'd be like, alright, mop the floor. So I'd mop the floor. And by the time I finish mopping, I'll have stepped on the floor again with my greasy shoes, so it'll leave footprints. And every time they're just like, what are you doing?
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
Like, I've been there so many fucking times.
But I remember once, I had tried to make my boss laugh so many times with jokes. He was downstairs counting money while I was mopping. I was like, fuck this. And I grabbed 2 plastic bags and tied them over my shoes like little fucking booties. And mopped the floor so I couldn't stamp my gross fucking grease feet. No. It was when I was walking downstairs, I hadn't taken them off, and he saw me wearing them, and he cried laughing. He thought it was the funniest thing he had ever seen in his life. It's just me walking downstairs in these like homeless man plastic bag booties and just being like, that's how I gotta mop the floor now, apparently.
This man's never tied plastic bags to his feet.
What I used to do, like for like snowy days, if I went sled riding, I would put I just have my socks, and then I put plastic bags over my socks, like 2 of them, and then I would tie it so like my socks wouldn't get wet, and it would just be the boot. And I'd put my boot over there, and it worked. I mean, like, people laughed at me, but fucking hey, my feet were warm.
I didn't know what the fuck you were doing the first time I saw you doing that. I remember that.
My mom just taught me, and I was like, this is actually kind of fucking
life
rad. Life hack.
Like, life hack. Put your feet in bags.
I just remember seeing you do that.
Exactly.
To go out in the snow, and I remember thinking like, why is he putting a bag on his foot? I don't get it. Just have wet socks. That was my life hack. Was just have wet socks.
Life hack.
I can't
wet socks.
When my
was it?
If my shirt gets wet, say if you like dumped water on me and I
the back of your shirt,
and I had to deal with like it for a while, for a fucking while, and it's soaking, it's sticking to me. I can't stand that shit. That would literally ruin my day. Like
that's
I
why
would
I hate
be fucking livid.
That's why I like jammers and shit. I don't like swim trunks.
Kool-Aid jammers.
Because whenever I get out of like the pool or whatever I'm at, and then like your fucking loose ass swim trunks are like cold and wet and like stick to your legs, and they're just like, fuck, I'm cold, and I'm already like anemic as it is.
I left my sandwich at work.
I was gonna tell the story earlier, but I got sidetracked. I don't remember why, but so that one cook, she's vegan, and my one boss, who has the weird name, she doesn't really cook either. My one manager, and she was just like, she wasn't like being serious. She was like, she just likes to be a dickhead and like have fun, and she was like, "You're not." She's this coworker's from Thailand, by the way. She's like, "You're not cooking the burgers good. You're not cooking at all. You're a very bad cook." And she's like, the one cook is a vegan. She's like, "Shut the fuck up! I don't cook burgers at home. Like I don't know how to cook burgers." And I was just like, Jesus.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to cook burgers. Shut the fuck up.
I was like, oh man. But then she started laughing like, to show she wasn't being mean, so I was like, okay.
I mean, I don't know if laughing means you're not being mean, but
Hey, if I push a kid over and laugh,
Yeah.
I mean I wasn't mean.
What I'm trying to say is that
Arguably, me laughing at him is even meaner.
at the end of the conversation, everyone was laughing.
I don't know if I want to out myself as someone who thinks about punching kids, but
Fucking
I will.
think about
I really hate
No,
children.
beating
okay,
bastards
so
up so
I-
hard.
Would happily punch a child in
no.
the face.
So I was at work, right, and this little fucking like snot grubby child is like, I found $20. I so bad, like just the primal instincts in me was like, punch him and take it.
You don't need.
Fucking, that's a tip now, little dude.
It's a tip now, little dude. I'm taking those
like a mean roundhouse.
Yeah, just fucking
put him lay him out
dude,
real
if his
fast.
dad wasn't there.
Like a spinning hook kick or something.
What was the... God, what was it that... I think it was Jesse who had... Was it you who was gonna... Like, had like a... Said they had like a $5,000 card or something. It was just the thought of... Beat him up and take it.
Yeah,
Was it Jesse? Tim, do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so. Like, I don't
Like,
know.
it might not have been Jesse, but someone had something, and I was like, "Isn't it a shame that the thought in my it did go through my
I
head
think I remember that now.
of
I could just
I can
beat
him
you up and take it. Yeah.
jump him."
Oh, yeah, it was I want to say it was at Jesse's for Magic Night.
Yeah.
I would say one of my favorite personal mottos that I live by. I don't follow it, but unless it's inanimate objects. One of my favorite personal mottos is sometimes violence is the answer.
There's a Louis C.K. bit that's literally just. I have these beliefs. I don't follow them.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
do them, but I like to have them. Like, look at these. These are what I believe. I don't do anything with them. I believe that you should. I think one of them was like, give your seat to like a soldier, but I never will.
Nope.
Like, you're like, if I'm in a first class, I'm flying first. Like, I don't need to fly first class. I'm just some asshole who tells jokes on stage. This guy was shot at for my freedom. I should give him my first class seat, but I never do. I just watch him go back to coach, and I sit there.
Oh, fuck.
I've never been on an airplane. I don't know what those words mean.
Same, I've never been on an airplane.
I've been on an airplane.
Because you
It's
in
not-
Georgia, right?
Yeah, I went to Georgia.
I drove to Georgia.
My
Just go,
fucking
like-
my fucking ears popped like something fierce.
You already
Like
have fucked up ears.
Yeah, like it literally felt like they were fucking
Just
bleeding.
go sit in like a sewage tube with people yelling for an hour, and
But
that's about it.
beside that, it was oddly relaxing.
I want to get on a plane.
It's really not that bad. Like the only bad part is literally taking off and then landing.
I don't like the thought of it now
'Cause
that I'm
you
old enough
like
to
bounce.
think about the fact that if like I fell, I wouldn't live.
I want to see a UFO.
Oh yeah, no. Planes are like an insult to gravity.
I don't understand how they work.
What planes?
Yeah, I don't get why. Like,
They have
I
wings
know
to
this is like
move
dumbing
yourself.
it down to the simplest factors, but like it's a really heavy, solid metal object. How is it in the sky just because it drove forward fast enough?
Well, you're not wrong. There's kind of like a question behind flying. Like a lot of scientists don't fundamentally understand how a lot of things fly. Like we know how to make things fly, and we know the basics of like you fucking angle something right against wind, and you give it a propellant, and it'll take lift off, and you can set it down, and you can have a successful flight. But beyond that, that's kind of all we know. So exactly what you say. It's like you can make something as heavy as you want, but it'll fly.
I don't
We
trust
do,
that
right?
I'm not going to be on the plane the one time gravity realizes that we're supposed to be on the ground and just yanks us back down.
It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up, man.
It's fucked up, man.
I'm gonna kick this child in the face.
I'm gonna kick this child in the face. That's fucked up, man.
It's supposed to, if a plane fucks up and like something bad happens, it's like
There's nothing
Yeah,
you get to do.
I'm not inherently afraid of being on a plane. Like,
I am.
if it crashes and burns, like, I mean, oops.
I'm scared of heights. I'm scared of heights, but I'm also kind of debating on going to get my learner's permit to fly aeroplanes.
Do it.
Well, that's a lot of fucking money.
That's fair.
I thought you had to live like perfect eyesight or some of that shit.
They don't have perfect.
Like I know, there's
For
probably
like
some-
military purposes, you have to have really good eyesight, but commercial, and if you're just doing yourself, I don't think you. Honestly,
Dude,
you probably
airplane
you might even be allowed to do blind. I don't think they really give a shit.
Fly blind, love. See if I can.
What are you gonna do? Crash into something?
Literally fly blind.
There's
Yeah,
nothing up there.
fair enough.
I mean, there are things up there.
I mean, there's things down there. Where are they now
There's
gonna?
plenty of things up there. You don't ever fucking believe the things you'll see up there, man. There's so many shapes. There's so many objects that fly. There's so many.
Animals.
What are they?
No, I mean,
One of these days,
It's like
we're gonna do
it's
one of these
also like.
podcasts
Could
about
you imagine
conspiracies.
being up there and you're like far away, like from like the nearest like place to refuel, and you're like, oh fuck, I forgot to refuel.
Get them.
I forgot my oven's on.
Yeah, that's not
something.
something. You can't just forget to refuel a plane.
Yeah,
like.
well, I mean,
Yeah, you can. You're right, you can.
And it's
I mean,
not like
hey,
actually,
It's not an okay thing to
It's
forget.
not like
That's why you end up
forgetting
with
to get gas in
way
your car
to
where you just have to
fucking-
pull
You know
off
what?
to the side. No, you just
be
you know,
caveman, be man.
Actually, a thing. Fuel is actually not a thing for most pilots to worry about because the way that fuel economics work. I don't know if this applies to commercial aircraft, but like for military, especially, instead of refueling, instead of like saving a tank of gas like on a mission, they will do their training or whatever and like would do all their training exercises, and then they'll just dump all of their fuel in the ocean. They'll just drop it all.
Why?
Because if they use up all the fuel, and it basically gives them a reason to spend money in the defense budget. Gives them something to spend money on. They drop all the fuel. They give them that's a lot of money they can spend and justify using it.
Why wouldn't you just make it okay to donate that stuff?
Well, exactly.
Like that just seems like such an oversight.
It
It would
is.
make the entire system that you're trying to function so much easier.
You're right. We could easily reallocate those resources, that funding somewhere else.
Not even the funding. If they want to spend the money, just as opposed to dumping it in the ocean, just be like, yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's
it
probably
counts
not
the
good,
same
yeah.
if you donate it to fucking, I don't know,
I don't know if
India.
Yeah. That's fair. Well, I guess we probably don't want to give people a shit.
But you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
it just can make the whole system a little
Make
easier.
something out of it.
It's 4 a.m.
It's an hour and 3 minutes in the podcast.
I think we're good, right?
Yeah, you want to call it?
Yeah.
My fucking
Damn.
pecker.
All right, guys. Well,
Mrs. Ben.
Alright, skunks.
Bunk.
Fucking smell you later.
4 for 4. Give me a 4 for 4. Shit on
Maybe
you.
I'll shit on you.
Just maybe.
It's spicy.
If it digests fast enough.